For the gingerbread dough, you'll need 3½ cups of flour, 3/4 cups of brown sugar, 2/3 cups molasses, 2/3 cups unsalted butter, 1 egg, 1 teaspoon vanilla extract, 1 teaspoon baking soda, 1 tablespoon cinnamon, 1 tablespoon ground ginger, half a teaspoon of cloves, half a teaspoon of allspice, and a half a teaspoon of salt. To get started, we're going to take all of our dried ingredients and mix them together in the bowl. So we have our flour, and to it we'll add all our spices and our salt. Once we have everything in the bowl, we're going to take a whisk and just mix everything together. We're going to hold that off to the side and grab a stand mixer. To the mixer, we're going to add our butter, and then we're going to start whipping it. Now I've got room temperature butter here, so it whips a little bit faster. Once you've got the butter smooth like this, you're going to add in your sugar. This is called creaming. So we're going to cream our sugar until we have a nice paste here, and to that we're going to add our molasses. Once we add our molasses, we're going to whip that together to mix it. And then after that, we're going to scrape that down, get all the stuff off the sides. And once we have all our sides scraped, we're going to start the mixer back up, and then we're going to add in our egg. Once we add in our egg, it almost might look like it's broken or that it's come apart, but that's okay. It will look like that, and that's fine. Once we have all that mixed in, we're going to add in a little bit of our flour mixture at a time. Once we have our flour mixture in there, we'll mix it until it starts to come together, add a little bit more flour, and continue this process till all the flour is incorporated. Once all the flour is incorporated, you'll start to see the brown color come back through from the molasses, and we get this as our dough. So we want to take this dough out, split it into 2 parts, and refrigerate it wrapped overnight. Now after we've let it rest overnight, we're going to want to take it out to roll it. But you want to make sure you bring it to room temperature first. It's just going to be easier to roll. So this has been sitting out for 2 hours or so, and as you can see here, I can roll it fairly easily. Now I'm just flouring my surface here using my rolling pin. I'm going for about 1 inch or so thick. You can go thinner if you like, it cooks a little bit faster. But while I'm doing this rolling out, I want to make sure that my oven is at 350 degrees. So that way, once I have all my gingerbread men cut, I can start to bake them. And after you have your gingerbread men cut, you can use this dough again. So try to get your cuts close together. You don't want to keep using the dough over and over again, or it will develop the gluten. So you want to take these, and once you get them on your sheet tray, bake them at 350 degrees for 9 minutes. Now that we have our cookies baked, we need our frosting for our gingerbread men. So we'll need to get 1/3 cups of butter, 1/3 cup of shortening, a 4 teaspoon of vanilla, 4 cups of powdered sugar, 3 ounces of milk or 6 tablespoons, and a little bit of salt as well. If you don't want to use shortening, you can do this with straight butter. You could also do it with straight shortening. You could also use water instead of milk. Of course, all of that is going to change your flavor profiles. If you use water and not milk, it won't be as rich. So what we're going to do is we're going to get our shortening and our butter into our mixer, and we're going to get that going. And what we're looking to do is, much like with the cookies, we're going to whip our butter. So the softer your butter is here to start, the better this is going to come out. So we're just going to whip that until we get that nice smooth paste. And then once we have a nice smooth paste going, we're going to add our powdered sugar into the mix. Once we add our powdered sugar, we're going to get that whipping. You might need to stop here and scrape it down to get everything incorporated. But to that, we'll add our vanilla extract. And lastly, we'll add our milk. Once all those ingredients are in, you just want to whip it together, and it will become light and frothy and frosting-like, just like this. Once you have your frosting, you're good to go to start decorating. What I like to do, anything you want. I'm going to put a little couple of buttons here. I'm going to draw some pants and some shirt frills, and really just have fun with it. It's your cookie. Enjoy it. Put sprinkles on. Put gumdrops on. Do anything you really like. But really just have fun with it. And of course, the most fun is eating them afterwards. So enjoy your gingerbreads, and everyone have a Merry Christmas.